Hey YouTube, MrRampro here, and you already know by clicking on the video title what this video is actually about. So, without further ado, I'll be introducing a couple of patina blades. These blades here all have forced patina. Some of them you can see a little bit of a design. On others, there's no real rhyme or reason at all. They just kind of seem to happen. Some of them are kind of plain. But they're all different. They all add a little character to the knives and stuff like that, and that's kind of where it comes from in the first place. Just doing a little something different to your knife, making it a little bit different than somebody else's, you know. There's a couple of debates around it. You know, it's knife abuse. Don't do it. Let it happen naturally. Honestly, do what you want. Who cares? It's your knife. Do whatever you want to do with it. Me personally, I've done the forced patina, and I prefer the natural better. Now that I've done the forced, I prefer it to not be. The forced one's over too quick. Just like putting the cheat code in on the video game. You just kind of ruin it. You get to the end, you're done. Like, oh man, that sucks. This one here has started natural. This is my lunchbox slip joint just for food prep at work. That's the only thing it goes for. And you can see, here's a comparison blade here with a stainless steel. This is kind of a brushed stainless steel, by the way, so it's going to be a little brighter, so to speak. But you can see the dark, obviously, kind of taking over on that blade. And all it does is cut some fruit, cut a couple of meat products, maybe a pickle, something like that. You know, just like you guys, I find reasons to use my knives, so I don't have to dice my pickle up, but I freaking do it because it's fun to cut shit with my pocket knife. So that's where that kind of stuff comes from. You hear the it's abuse debate and stuff like that. I don't care about knife abuse one way or the other. Abuse it, don't abuse it, I don't care. It's not my knife. I don't give a crap what you do, really. If I tear my stuff up, well, that's on me. You tear your stuff up, guess who that's on. So, I would say that I did hear a kind of interesting comment on one of the forums. Somebody asked, you know, should I do a forced patina, should I not? And the guy said, you're doing a forced patina, you know, on there, and I think he said, correct me if I'm wrong, but to make your knife look used and to make it look kind of old-timey and stuff like that. But in fact, it's not. It's just a new knife with a stain on it, you know. And essentially all it is kind of like you're just staining the blade. But if you're doing it like I did, I wanted it to look old-timey. I wanted it to look like the ones that my grandfather carried, you know, when we were growing up and stuff like that. So I liked that. I thought that was neat with pocket knives. And before I knew about blade steels and all that kind of crap, I just thought it was cool looking, you know. And I think it's kind of funny that he brought that up, because that's exactly why I was doing it. I was putting a forced patina on it to make it look old, when in fact it was not old at all. It was essentially brand new, which these three are essentially brand new. And that was it. It was new with a stain on it, so it didn't feel used. It didn't feel worn. It wasn't like, oh man, you know, I got a knife just like my grandpa used to have or whatever. So it's just kind of funny that he brought it up. So I personally prefer the letting it happen natural, just because of that now. So hopefully one day, you know, one of my boys will get this and they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, that was my dad's knife, blah blah blah, X many years ago, da 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 da. That's kind of it, guys. Just a short little video. There's several ways you can do patinas. There's a lot of other videos out there explaining that. I've done mustard, apples, vinegar, oranges, and probably a couple other nasty concoctions that I wouldn't recommend doing. But you know, just play around. If it's something you're into, go for it. I would recommend doing it on a smaller portion or getting a beater blade to try it on. Don't rush out and do it to your favorite knife. But also remember that it comes off. So if you don't like it, you can get some sandpaper out, some Scotch-Brite, and you can take it right back off. It's just surface oxidization. That's all it is. Just like anodizing titanium, it's the same thing. So just remember, it can be undone. You guys be good. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.